Ta-Nehisi Coates of The Atlantic did an exchange with his readers, and he was actually quite critical of Secretary Clinton. He said, look, she may not have been the messenger that we wanted, that we can't simply put the responsibility for this on, these people who turned out to vote for Trump, they ultimately won this election. Really, she sort of failed us as a candidate. And I remember the days of the super predator, I remember the long history of the Clintons, and I'm just really not buying this idea that somehow she was a great candidate and he just won, that somehow she has to own and the campaign has to own the outcome here. Are you there with that?
Yeah, I think democracy is about choice and compromise. And that when we think about this campaign, that there was one candidate that was far superior than the other candidate, I think that this will also be a lesson in false equivalencies, that people who did she's just as bad as him, I think that they are living the consequences of that now, and are seeing that that's going to have
all the bad things that happened with him, and then people went, yes, but the emails.
Yeah, and you're like, are you kidding? This is wild, right? So I think that I think the spirit that Ta-Nehisi is saying is right in the sense that, like, the campaign made some errors, I think that it is a real fault of the campaign that when people think about Hillary, they think about, like, she didn't support a $15 minimum wage at the national level. She doesn't support ending the death penalty. That people only think about these negative things. They don't talk about the $100 billion economic stimulus for, like, poor communities, right? They don't talk about her plan to peel back the 98 crime bill, that those were not the talking points. And I think that they thought that the threat of Trump was so wild.
Who's going to vote for this guy?
I think what they didn't take into account, and we said this when we first met with her, a year ago, we said we don't think people are going to vote, right? Forget that people voted for him. We don't think people are going to vote for him.
Period.
We think people are not going to vote in this moment because they're so, like, disillusioned in the system, and I think that we were right.